If someone took all of humanity and all of our technology and achievements and compressed it into a single grain of sand, we would be invisible to the naked eye. Our entire history, our great works, our triumphs and tragedies, all reduced to nothing more than a speck. And yet, despite our smallness, our species has achieved amazing things. We've built cities in the sky, sent probes to every planet in the solar system, and even explored the deepest trenches of the ocean. But are we really the first to do any of these things? Welcome to my channel. Today, we are answering the extraordinary question: what if we aren't the first civilization on Earth? The Great Filter Hypothesis? As humans, we tend to think of ourselves as pretty special. After all, we are the only ones we know of in the entire universe who can ponder the mysteries of the cosmos, or at least that's what we like to think. But what if we aren't alone, or at least we're not the first? There are some intriguing hints that point to the existence of a lost prehistoric civilization long before the dawn of humanity. Some scientists believe that there could have been other intelligent species that evolved on Earth before us, perhaps even multiple ones. They argue that signs of these past civilizations may lie hidden in plain sight in the archaeological record, geological formations, or even in the way that life on Earth seems to keep restarting itself over and over again. So here is one of the most popular theories among astronomers and scientists when it comes to why we haven't found any aliens yet. It's called the Great Filter. The Great Filter Hypothesis essentially says that there is some barrier that prevents species from becoming like us or further in their development. This barrier might be technological, environmental, or even philosophical. For example, maybe there is a natural disaster or an energy crisis that stops species from advancing, or perhaps they destroy themselves through war or disease. Or maybe they simply choose to stop developing once they reach a certain level of advancement because the potential risks outweigh the benefits. This hypothesis suggests that there might be plenty of intelligent life out there, but that most species either never reach a high enough level of intelligence to become like us, or they hit the Great Filter and are unable to advance any further. Now let's apply this concept to our own planet. Imagine if there had been a previous civilization on Earth that was more advanced than ours, capable of things we can only dream of today. They may have lived in harmony with nature, developed technologies beyond our wildest imaginations, and even solved problems that we're still struggling with today, such as climate change or disease. But then something happened that wiped them out, leaving behind no trace of their existence, except perhaps some buried ruins or artifacts that hint at their advanced state of development. This idea isn't as far-fetched as it might seem. After all, there have been many mass extinctions throughout Earth's history, including the one that wiped out the dinosaurs, allowing mammals to thrive and eventually giving rise to humans. Each mass extinction clears away the dominant species of the time, opening up new opportunities for other life forms to flourish. Could it be possible that a similar event wiped out a technologically advanced civilization that came before us? Let's look at some clues from archaeology and geology. There are a number of sites around the world that seem to show evidence of advanced human-like structures dating back thousands of years, much older than the oldest known human settlements. For example, there's the mysterious structure known as the Sphinx in Egypt, which appears to show signs of erosion that suggest it was built much earlier than the traditional date of 4,500 years ago. This is significant because according to mainstream archaeology, human civilization in Egypt didn't really start taking off until around 3100 BC. With this in mind, the Sphinx could have been built by an unknown advanced civilization that predated the pharaohs. Then there are strange megalithic sites like Stonehenge and Puma Punku in Bolivia, which show evidence of sophisticated engineering and construction techniques that seem to be at odds with the cultures that we know lived in those areas at the time they were built. Mainstream archaeologists generally agree that Stonehenge was constructed in stages beginning around 3000 BC, while Puma Punku was built by the Tiwanaku culture around 1500 years ago. But again, these dates are based on the assumption that human civilization started at these times. What if there were even older, more advanced cultures that we don't know about? We've also got unexplained artifacts that don't fit neatly into our understanding of history. Take the Baghdad Battery, for example, a collection of clay jars, copper tubes, and iron rods that was discovered in Iraq in 1936. These artifacts date back to around 250 BC, roughly the time of ancient Mesopotamia's peak. The idea that this device was somehow used as a battery is controversial, but the very fact that it raises the possibility of advanced technology existing so long ago is intriguing. But it's not just about what we find in the ground. There are also strange occurrences that challenge our understanding of the laws of physics. For example, there are reports of ancient people using anti-gravity devices, flying machines, and other technologies that we wouldn't expect to have existed at the time. Now, we don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. Many of these claims are highly questionable and often lack solid evidence. However, they do raise interesting questions about whether there could be more to history than we currently understand. Let's also talk about the enigmatic structures called geoglyphs. These are huge designs etched into the surface of the Earth, often depicting animals or geometric patterns. The most famous example is the Nazca lines in Peru, which are so large that they can only be seen from the air. While mainstream archaeologists agree that the Nazca lines were created by the ancient Peruvians around 1500 years ago, they still don't know exactly how the lines were made or why they were created. This lack of understanding opens the door for speculation about whether an advanced civilization with tools and techniques we do and understand could have been responsible. But what does this all mean? Well, if we were to discover conclusive evidence of a lost civilization that predates our own, it would obviously revolutionize our understanding of history and potentially our place in the universe. It would suggest that there could be other intelligent species out there that we haven't detected yet, and it would raise questions about what happened to them and why we haven't found them. It could also help explain the Fermi Paradox, which asks why we haven't found any signs of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe if it is so likely to exist. Perhaps there's a great filter preventing species from becoming like us, or perhaps they're on the other side of the filter and we haven't yet reached it. On the other hand, if we continue to find no evidence of a lost civilization, it would support the idea that we are truly unique, at least for now. But that doesn't necessarily mean we'll stay that way. As Carl Sagan once said, we are a way station in an ascending line of life. We are the two-humped camels of evolution. Perhaps our species will eventually reach a point where it transcends its current limitations and takes the next step in the evolutionary process. Maybe we'll develop the ability to harness unimaginable sources of energy or explore the furthest reaches of space. Only time will tell what the future holds for us, and whether we'll one day join the ranks of the stars or remain forever earthbound. So what do you think? Is there evidence of a lost civilization that predates our own? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. Now let's move on to another great video. In our ever-expanding universe, there exists a peculiar cosmic enigma known as the Great Red Spot. This gigantic storm has fascinated astronomers for centuries. But what exactly is it? In essence, the Great Red Spot is a colossal high-pressure storm raging on Jupiter. It's so massive that Earth simply vanishes into its colossal depths. But how did this enigmatic phenomenon come into existence? Scientists theorize that the Great Red Spot was born from a multitude of smaller storms that converged into a massive vortex. Over time, this vortex grew in size and intensity, fueled by the turbulent winds of Jupiter's atmosphere. The relentless churning of gases such as ammonia, methane, and hydrogen intensified, creating a gigantic oval-shaped storm that dominated the planet's southern hemisphere. As the storm raged, it began to take on a reddish hue, likely due to the presence of organic compounds produced by the intense atmospheric conditions. These compounds absorbed sunlight, giving the storm its distinctive color. But how can such a violent tempest persist for centuries without disappearing? The secret lies in the delicate balance between Jupiter's atmosphere and the storm itself. At first glance, it might seem like the storm should dissipate due to the friction between its swirling winds and the planet's atmosphere. However, a deeper analysis reveals a more intricate truth. The Great Red Spot feeds off the surrounding atmosphere, drawing in ever more wind and maintaining its colossal form. This process is driven by the rotation of Jupiter and the Coriolis effect, which causes moving objects to deflect to the right of their path. On Earth, this effect creates hurricanes and tornadoes. But on Jupiter, under the influence of its powerful magnetic field, an immense rotational speed, it produces a storm that dwarfs anything we've ever seen. Over the years, scientists have witnessed the evolution of the Great Red Spot, observing slight changes in its shape and behavior. But despite these variations, the storm has retained its overall form and intensity, making it one of the most stable phenomena in the solar system. As we continue to explore the mysteries of our universe, the Great Red Spot serves as a reminder of the incredible forces that shape our cosmic neighborhood. Its longevity and resilience defy our expectations, urging us to delve deeper into the secrets of the universe and unravel the complexities that lie within. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on all our latest videos. Thanks for watching.